Hi guys, we do a
Black hoods and black
podcast.
boots.
Welcome.
The old people are not all right. We are not all right. Send help. My body out before
This
we
is
finish
gonna
this
be a
podcast.
great one.
I'm telling y'all, my body is going to give out before the end of this podcast.
Who's to
Woo.
say what's entertainment? Turn the cameras on.
Never be afraid of love. Never be afraid to just be. Welcome to the threesome, y'all. This is the topic where the three of us try to locate our damn minds. Anyway, try to
Clearly, we
discuss.
got
Alzheimer's is
Right.
coming.
It is here. Anyway, trying to discuss at least three topics each week. This is going to be interesting this week. So I'm just letting you know.
So it's a fucking musical.
If this is your first time finding us, we're glad that you are here and we apologize in advance. If you are back for more of this, I don't know what's wrong with you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
It's the
You're
news.
glutton for punishment. Anyway,
Fuck y'all. I listen to me every day.
you're the only one. Anyway, so the three of us are our point person and optimistic realist, whose reality is a little twisted today. So, give her some grace. We call her Star. Your party was bogus and your DJ was weak. Instead of dope beats, he was spinning them Z's.
I will fight that nigga right now on principality.
And the man you hear is our man in the middle and our voice of reason. And
We're gonna get through this.
and we call him Magic.
Dear whoever still finds me fuckable, you missed the good part. I'm like copping weed from your mans and them down the street. Most of the time, I'm gonna get you right. Every now and then it's that buyout, but don't get too excited.
Damn.
I'm old, damn it.
Okay. And bringing up the rear, as always, I identify.
clearly you
as
haven't had
pragmatic.
advertising 101. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm a loyal black man. Let me do this. You can tell a chick you got a girlfriend, she's still gonna try and fuck you. Tell her something like you impotent, then they don't want to fuck you. Work with me here.
Can I get through this, please?
Maybe.
I identify as the pragmatic contrarian of the group. And they call me Storm sometimes, man.
Hi, people.
So we are recording this
Hello.
Is that
on
Lionel?
a Saturday night because Star could not do it last night because this was the weekend of her photography showcase, and yay, it was
Doing
great.
Star like shit.
What?
Superstar.
Superstar.
Like what?
So anyway, this is the Saturday before Juneteenth and Father's Day. Y'all got big plans?
My daughters made me peanut butter brookies. I'm good.
Oh,
Oh.
brookies. I work tomorrow. I've never had plan. Well, no, I really never had plans for Father's Day, unfortunately. Um, I think I had one Father's Day where I had some plans, and that was because of my daughter's dad, and that was it. But besides that, nope.
Aw, rest in peace
Yeah.
to that nigga.
Damn.
It's words like
Damn.
the word nigga that be holding us back as people.
Right, it's
I meant it.
Juneteenth.
I meant it as a term of endearment. Damn it.
Okay. It's
Again.
also Pride Month. There's a lot of terms
First
of
of,
endearment we
first of
can't
all,
use right now.
first of all, he was not my baby daddy, so we got along. So,
That's just my baby
God
daddy.
damn.
who that is?
That's
Um.
just my baby daddy.
No
Anyway,
wonder why I decided not to rap for a living. Whew.
Why?
Because niggas was playing that shit. There was nowhere for me to go.
so any other thoughts on the Juneteenth celebrations?
So,
No, but if you're young and cute, I will gladly ghostwrite for you for the right price nowadays. You too can be a jigaboo. I got you.
damn.
Okay, having nothing to do with Juneteenth, but go ahead, Star.
Tell them why you mad, son.
So, you know, it's good to see capitalism is alive and well in the, in the
Word to
U.S.
gas stations.
Yeah. Ooh, wait, man.
Ah,
I fucking put $10 in my tank, and I know that's not a whole lot,
Would
but
you
I
drive
just
to the next gas station?
right.
pretty much.
I'm like, what were you going through?
But wait, no,
Oh
no.
shit.
So I like because that was all I had in cash, and I wasn't paying the extra 15 cents for the credit at that particular gas station. But anyway, I didn't even fucking get 2 gallons. I got like a gallon in maybe I don't
Yeah,
know, maybe
yeah. It was over
four
five
fifths of
dollars
a
a
gallon.
gallon.
I was
Yeah, it was over
pissed.
$5 a gallon.
It
So
well, it
yeah, you
was
putting $10 in, that wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah,
well,
I'm gonna
hell
need another
no.
war in the Middle East.
Well, hell no, it wasn't doing
Well,
shit. Seeing as how they where I had to stop at, the freaking gas was like 5.69. I was pissed.
$5.69.
Exactly.
The fuck was you at? Cause I was mad because it was
Mm.
$5.29. Cause I get sticker shock because I don't go get gas very often.
You know what? You gonna
It
stop
was
bragging like
It's
that? You
just
don't.
now hitting 5 here, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have to work somewhere else. My drive is too far.
although they're predicting that it's going to go down in the next week or two.
It has been in the last couple of days, but still, fuck
Yeah,
y'all. Get a
that's what they
gun, nigga.
say. But um,
Have black people
whatever.
going back to playing Z
Anyway, so capitalism. Go ahead.
So it's
in
good to see that
Juneteenth.
capitalism is, alive and well here
Is
in
this
the
about Burger
well.
King?
By who?
Oh no, never mind.
That
That's
was the Pride
Pride.
Burger.
Go ahead. Yeah,
That was some. Yeah. Anyway, um,
that was funny to me. I thought they
that
should have
shit was
kept it. But go ahead.
stupid. It's like stupid, like
I thought
stupid.
it was funny.
So, um, Juneteenth. So we go from, let's just say in the past 3 years, you might be able to find a little place here or there who's doing like a little small Juneteenth celebration to like fucking everybody is having Juneteenth celebrations that really have nothing to do culturally to
With
either
Juneteenth.
Ding, ding,
right
ding,
pay
ding, ding.
respect, pay any kind of homage or any kind of respect to it's just about the dollar. And what
This
has
this is what I
happened.
was saying. Yeah, this is what I was saying last week. Like, why folks just happy that it's a holiday, and I'm not mad at them.
Yeah, enjoy your day off, but shut the fuck up.
But
And
this isn't
and
even about
and
white folks.
no, corporate
I
America
told
just
you,
wants
black
another
people was bad.
holiday that they can exploit. Like, hey, we got something else
I
that
can
we can
make some extra
exploit.
dollars this weekend. Let me have a
Exactly.
fucking Juneteenth celebration and have shit in red, white, and blue. And red, white, and
Red, white,
blue,
and blue.
or red, black, and green. Which
Red.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I understand, red, black, and green, and where that comes from. But the official color of Juneteenth is red, and it's like I don't know. It just kind of pisses me off. And let me make this other little side note, right? So we have a city here in Michigan. It's called Dearborn. Dearborn is
Oh,
probably uh one of the
Dear,
last most racist holdouts in Metro Detroit.
which, which is fascinating because Dearborn holds the largest. What was the stat? Dearborn holds the largest population of Middle Easterners outside of the actual Middle East.
Well, here's the thing about that, right?
You know they
Middle
don't like niggas either.
I was just
Well,
getting ready to
yeah,
fucking say
oh,
that.
no,
So
no, they absolutely don't. Well, there. Well, I was going to say something that was about to get me in trouble, but much like other
Go for it.
ethnicities, I'll just put it that way. Much like other ethnicities, there's different kinds. There's there's the ones that don't like black people, and the ones that want to be black
Really
people.
hate? Oh, you just described the Kardashians. But
I
anyway,
just said just like other ethnicities because I grew up on the border, and trust me,
the
there's a lot
words
of
of
that
Paul
there too.
Mooney, everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga.
Right?
so here's the thing about that. For those who don't know much about the city of Dearborn, Dearborn was primarily a Caucasian city, probably up until about little over 20 years ago. And now
Yeah,
it's a very high
and
Middle Eastern population.
and they fought like hell to keep Middle East. Well, they fought like hell to keep black people out, and they fought like hell and they lost trying to keep the Middle
Middle
Easterners.
Easterns out. But the bad part about that
Organized black
is
people.
that they are a lot of them. I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of them are just as racist, and not if not even more so
Well,
than
here's the thing about them though. To their credit,
Are we
they're
giving
not just
credit?
racist against black people. They racist against
it's
white
every.
folks.
Yeah, I know, I get it. But it's actually disgusting. To tell you the fucking truth. I mean,
I
they
mean,
picked the
yeah,
right area to fucking settle in, like replace hate with just more hate. Like anyway, so there was a Juneteenth celebration that took place there,
It
and
would.
well, they're trying to.
yes.
Well, the new mayor of the city of Dearborn, is trying to change the image of the city because, like I said, Dearborn is a border city of Detroit, and um, it's one of the last extremely racist holdouts in Metro
I
Detroit.
wouldn't say that.
In Metro Detroit,
I wouldn't say that, but
in
okay.
because
I okay.
everybody has
Well,
their
oh, I was gonna say
Come
we'll
together,
agree to
man.
disagree on that, but okay.
everybody has their different definition of what Metro Detroit is. So all I'll say is this, okay? I consider Metro Detroit to be any border city and
Yes.
maybe two cities over, possibly. But after
Okay.
that, it's no longer Metro Detroit. Um,
Okay. But
and
yeah, even with that definition, I still disagree. But okay.
and
Let the
so
woman finish.
that's why I said it is one of. I didn't say the only.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right.
I didn't
All
say
right.
the only. I said it's one
Touche.
of the. Look, let me tell
Touche.
you. Let me say this about
Touche.
Dearborn. Let me say this about Dearborn. So when I was coming up, um, if you were black, you didn't go to Dearborn. It's like
Right.
now a lot of people feel like if you're black, you don't cross 8 Mile. You stay on this side of 8 Mile. But
Which is stupid, but okay.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but it has its
I
merit
mean,
as well, but not as much as yeah,
most of
because
us live
for
across
different
eight
reasons.
mile.
Hold on. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I mean,
understand that, but I'm just saying for different reasons, right? So
no, I get it. Go ahead.
the whole
Fuck
the
this
whole
podcast.
thing
I think
about
there's a delay, and that's why. But
no,
Okay.
go ahead.
I'm the delay. But there's a whole
Yeah,
thing.
underlay.
The whole thing about not crossing 8 Mile for a lot of people was because, I mean, if you lived in the city of Detroit, more than likely, your insurance bill was pretty high. And a lot of Detroiters have been known not to have car insurance. And so not crossing 8 Mile, if you cross 8 Mile, the police, they be bored. They not like Detroit police that have a whole lot of shit to do. They just waiting to see one of us to come across 8 Mile like, woo, I can give a ticket today. You going 3 miles over, we can get, and that's how we felt. I mean, it may be true, may not be true. It may have some merit, whatever.
Oh
But
no, that absolutely has merit.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely has merit.
so that was the thing about not crossing 8 Mile for a lot of people. The whole thing with Dearborn is, if I go to fucking Dearborn, somebody's liable to say or do something to me that I might go to jail for. You understand? Or like, Dearborn was just bad. Like, you didn't want to spend your money in Dearborn. You didn't want to support it. Hello?
We're
Yeah.
listening.
My computer screen just went out. The fuck? Hold on.
No.
Like, it just got black.
Meanwhile, on another planet.
Oh.
So
Well,
anyway,
because you got black for Juneteenth, but go ahead.
right. Fist in the air. But so, you just didn't want to mess with Dearborn. And that was the thing. And like when I was coming up, uh my grandmother, she would visit the mall Fairlane, but Fairlane was
I was
right by two major freeways.
right.
And so it was pretty much get off the freeway, go to Fairlane, and get back on. It was no driving through the neighborhoods. Let's check out a restaurant. If it wasn't right there on the campus of Fairlane, we probably
Or
wasn't
U of
going.
M.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Or unless it was AAA. But anyway, yeah, so whatever. So anyway, they're trying to change the culture. They're trying to change the culture out there. The new mayor is determined to do that. And, as with anything, change is coming about slow. But that whole event was not well attended. And it made me sad because it actually paid homage to what Juneteenth was actually about. It told a little bit about the history, hopes for the future, you know, so on and so forth. And it really was not well attended. But that's basically because, they didn't want us out there. They don't really want us out there.
I'm curious as to how well they even advertised it
Well, that's
because
another thing.
like
Advertising
I
was a
didn't
bit of
even
an issue.
hear about it until I got down there. You know what I mean? Like until I was there, I didn't even hear about it. So
Advertising was a little bit of an issue too, which is I said I was going to get with the organizer and help her out because she really put together a good program, and I wish more people had been in attendance to be a witness. And so, but anywho, with the whole Juneteenth thing versus went to another Juneteenth to go work it, and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is, I mean, I leave that one and I go to another one, and it's like, oh, this is just another excuse for like a block party or whatever. But none of these, the two that I went to, the three rather, the one I was a part of, and the other two that I had to work, none of them were very well attended. I think the one probably was only decently attended because that particular area has a high volume of walk through, like people walking through whatever. So I couldn't tell if it was like about the same amount of people that would already normally be out there on a Saturday, or was it just because of the whole Juneteenth thing. It's just a very high traffic area. The other one wasn't well attended, but it was a piece of shit and probably shouldn't have been well attended. And a lot of these places that are having Juneteenth celebrations, they're reporting, like low ticket sales and, and things like that. So I'm sorry, last thing on Juneteenth. So there's an expo here that is taking place this weekend. It's called the Black Women's Expo. And it is today and it is
Wow.
it is today and tomorrow. And they actually have a really good lineup, a really good show or whatever. But that's not being well attended that I hear either. But part of that problem might be a lot of men had a big issue with a Black Women's Expo being on Father's Day weekend.
You bitch ass niggas.
Yeah, I'm like, get over it. You know what I mean? It's not anti-dad. Shout out to fathers everywhere. So that we said we were going to do Juneteenth, and I said I was going to do Father's Day. So shout out to dads everywhere, especially those dads who deem it to be important to be in their children's lives.
Right.
No
Happy Father's Day to our own man in the
grassy
middle,
ass.
Magic.
But back to these bullshit
Yeah.
ass Detroit niggas. We know Father's Day's whack. Stop lying to yourself. Go to an event full of Black women and get you a stepmama.
Listen. Well, first of all, shout out to the Golden State Warriors for winning their fourth NBA championship in 8 years.
Black
But
skin power.
they're the ones that messed up Father's Day because
Oh.
Father's Day was going to be the day that y'all was going to get a game 7 that y'all could hang out, and then they wouldn't care what the women were doing. Whether
Let's
there
face
was an
facts. We
expo
knew
or
that wasn't
not.
going to 7 games, but still.
Well, I knew it wasn't going to 7 games, but there's a lot of people who were hoping for 7 games, and it didn't happen. So Game
Yeah,
7
hi,
would have
Angie
been
and
on
John.
Saturday. I mean, it would have been on Sunday, Father's Day, and then nobody would have cared that the women were at a women's expo or whatever. They wouldn't care where you were as long as
Probably
you
been
left them the hell
happy
alone.
about it. Like,
That's what I'm
the
saying. They
game
wouldn't have
in
cared
peace.
where you were as long as you left them the hell alone. So the Golden State Warriors, well, I won't say it was the Warriors' fault. The Boston Celtics ruined it for everybody. So
Well,
Kind of
all I'll
sexist,
say
but I
is
like it.
next year, people kind of do like they do on it, a lot of the other holidays. Spread that shit out a little bit. Having everything on one weekend, everybody want to do something on June the 19th or 18th is probably not the best idea for the success of your event. Just a side tip.
Word.
yeah, and also again, I am Black and from Texas, and we didn't kick up this much to do about Juneteenth. Like,
Not a near time.
I mean, we had a little program in the morning, and then that was pretty much it. Like, y'all doing the most, and I understand y'all just found out about Juneteenth last week. Like I get it.
Right, right.
It's new to you. It's bright and shiny, but please,
It is
try
not
to
that
refrain.
serious.
It right.
Yeah, it's
Enjoy
more
your free
about
day
that.
off.
Oh, and I also do want to say this about the dad. So, Father's Day, some of the stuff that takes place on Father's Day always upsets me when it comes to like social media. So I understand that there's a lot of, you know,
Single
dads out
mothers.
there. Yeah, a lot of single moms and a lot of dads that are not out there doing, what they're supposed to be doing as far as their kids, right?
You that
Um,
nigga bareback.
but there are so many dads out there that are, you know what I mean? And we pay them such a disservice by, you know, it's Father's Day. I'm the mama and the daddy, whatever. Or just kind of going in on dads,
You ain't
on
never seen a
Father's
single
Day.
father do that shit on Mother's Day.
Yeah,
I hate that
um,
shit. I
yeah, we
really
need to
do.
stop doing that.
I used to hate it when people would say Happy Father's Day to me, and I'm like, I am
I went
nobody's
for it when I
father.
was younger, like for a
I
minute.
did.
I
I
did.
didn't.
I'm not gonna lie.
Not once.
Yeah,
Not
I
once.
did a couple of years, and then I was like, you know what? That's stupid. I was like, that's not cool.
It's very stupid, and I remember. I remember it was going to be Mother's my last job. It was going to be Mother's Day, and one of my coworkers was a single dad, right?
Hmm.
And he told me Happy Mother's Day, and I said, "Oh well, Happy Mother's Day to you too."
That shit corny as fuck.
And he said I'm not a mother. I was like, I've heard you called that a couple times. There's more than one type of mother. Anyway, they
Speaking of
don't like to be
Mother's Day, listen,
they don't like that any more than we do. So
Nah.
no, they
like
don't.
stop doing that. Stop
But
doing that. You don't tell single fathers Happy Mother's Day unless they're a mother. Because some of y'all are mothers.
yeah, stop doing that shit. So listen,
So
did I tell you
don't tell
about
single
my
mothers
friend
Happy
who got
Mother's Day.
mad? That got mad because I didn't wish her. I'm not gonna say she got mad, but she was a little irritated, felt left out that I didn't tell her Happy Mother's Day. Did I tell you about that?
She's not your mother.
No. I told you Happy Mother's Day. You're not my mama either.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, I'm not gonna get mad if somebody doesn't tell me Happy Mother's Day.
No,
Well,
here's
first
the
of all, you
thing.
know how I feel about that, but
Here's
go
the
ahead.
thing. She's a pet parent.
Get the fuck.
Okay.
Listen, as a pet parent myself,
As an
First of
internet
all-
perv, dear hoes, please stop posting videos of your pets. Don't nobody give a shit.
oh, I post pictures of my pet all the time. I post pictures of my fur brat all the time. Keep coming with the pictures and videos of your fur brat because that's where I hang out on the internet. I don't know what he talking about, but that's where I hang out, and I like to see y'all's pets. So
Yeah,
there.
when I'm having a rough day, I like to see pets.
Sweater puppies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sweater
It puts a
puppies?
smile on my face.
What's a sweater
But-
puppy? Puppies and sweaters?
No, once you figure it out, you'll only dislike me more. Anyway.
It sounds well. My mind is working weird. Like, are you talking about like uncircumcised dicks?
Why would I want to see uncircumcised dicks? Women don't even
I
want to
don't
see
know,
uncircumcised
but-
dicks. What are we talking about here?
Word, but that's what sweater puppy sounds like, doesn't it? Anyway,
Ew!
I need y'all to
like
get more
pigs and
white
blankets.
friends.
I don't know. Anyway,
Ew! Disgusting people.
I wouldn't call it disgusting. I mean, everybody
I
ain't
would.
circumcised. It's a fact.
Fuck Mother Nature. Nah, get that shit fixed, home slice.
Well, I mean, I agree, but it's technically not medically necessary. But
Oh my God, do you remember the first time you seen an uncircumcised one?
I do. I remember the first time I saw a little turtleneck. It's so cute.
Was it in the moment or was it a just random encounter?
It was random.
Okay.
It was a flasher, actually.
Wow.
Oddly enough, it was a flasher. And I was like, what is that?
Shout out the pervs who had to do it before the internet.
Right.
Yeah, I think the first one I seen was in elementary school. I was pissing next to my boy Philip in the bathroom and we were talking and I was just like, why does shit look like an anteater? And it didn't occur to me till years later.
Now, first of all, let's not be out here shaming the uncircumcised. I knew a dude that had himself circumcised at the age of 25.
Good for you,
Because
my
of
guy.
Because of all the circumcision. No, don't do that. You don't need to do that. Don't have nobody
Yes,
cutting on
fuck
you.
you do. And don't let this one
No,
woman
don't-
lie to you, every other woman to tell you get it together.
Listen, don't have no surgeon putting a scalpel near your fully formed shit if you don't need it. I mean, it's just
Gotta do what you gotta do, pimping.
Anyway, it did nothing to fix his personality, so there's that.
Neither do BBLs, but they still out here.
Right.
That's my point. Save your money.
No, you do not need a bigger booty. You gotta get rid of foreskin, my guy.
No, what you don't need is to look like a fucking ant while you're walking down the street
That too.
because you got a BBL and didn't take care of your hips at the same time.
Oh my Lord. Just see, and here's the thing, and it's not even just the hips. I'm seeing these big asses and hips on women with and these little skinny tiny thighs. And I'm like,
That's
girl,
why I said you look like an ant. You ever see the cartoon
Look
movie Ants?
fucking crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
They look like ants.
Yeah, I'm like, it is so obvious when it's not natural because if you ain't got no thighs, you ain't about to have no ass. Like that's just the way that is. But anyway, um, Magic, you had a
So
question.
so I was talking to one of my cousins and he smokes a lot. And
Good for him.
a lot of the conversation was like, if I die, man, make sure they don't cremate me. And I'm like, I'm your cousin. I'm not your mother, father, brother, or anything else. I don't know why you're telling me of all people, but okay. And it got me to thinking because I'm pretty much a loner and tend to disappear on folks a lot. What do you want people to think about you after you die? Awkward silence.
Oh, y'all want me to go?
Sure. Because I didn't even
I
think about
don't
the
give a
answer for
fuck,
myself.
like at all. like, like to the extent that I give a fuck about any of that, I don't. Surprise me. I don't care how I'm buried. Uh, I suggest the cheapest option as someone who has had to pay for funerals twice.
Word.
Um, Caskets cost a grip. I would go for the cheapest option if that means that
Cooker.
yeah, if that means that, then that's fine. I promise I won't scream. I promise I won't be mad. Um,
I will
I
come
just
back and
really
haunt you.
right. I mean, I just really don't care. I mean, I I have no control over how you remember me. You know what I mean? Like, I hope you
Kinda
remember
do.
me fondly. I don't. I mean, I hope you remember me fondly. Um, I hope I've impressed enough good things upon you that you remember me fondly. But if you don't, what am I gonna do about that once I'm gone? I can't fix it. I just can't. So I don't I don't waste too much time thinking about
Okay.
Yeah.
Starring.
So I did an interview with a local magazine um, here a couple of weeks ago, and they asked a similar question. And I was like, it's kind of important to me to leave like a legacy, something where whether if I publish my own books or that I'm written about or whatever, it's kind of important to me for my future generations, for my daughter, my granddaughter, and future generations, for them to able to be able to look me up and see good things. Um, so yeah. Um,
Look
but
at you,
for the most,
Karen and shit.
um, you know what? I've gone. I mean, and not that I've gone through anything any more or any less than anybody else, but I feel like my time on this planet, yeah, I deserve to have my name. Not that everybody doesn't, but I feel like I deserve for my name to be just remembered in a positive light. Just to say that I was here. Like, there's so many people who come here and are gone, and they don't really. I mean, besides looking up their headstone or doing an ancestry thing, it's just like, what else do you find about them? And I kind of would like to have a little bit more than that for my my current, I'm sorry, my daughter,
well,
granddaughter, and future generations. However,
I
I
hear what
will
you're.
say this.
Oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I didn't. I thought you were done, but go ahead,
No.
finish, please.
No. So here's the thing. And I'm gonna keep this quick. It was really sad for me uh when my daughter's father passed because he was absolutely brilliant in the. I mean, he was just so freaking smart. And I guess there's such a thing as too smart for your own good. If that's a real
Yeah,
thing, he was
it
that.
is.
He was that. Extremely talented. And even though we didn't always see eye to eye, I can't take that away from him. Um, his IQ, I can't remember what it was, but I remember when I found out, like, really? And you still function like that out here as an adult? No, anyway. But anyway, so my point is, when he passed, uh, all they really had to say about him at the funeral was that he was a good brother and a good friend. And I thought to myself, how sad that is to have been on this planet for 42 years and really, you know, that's all they really kind of have to say about you. And I'm not even into the whole pomp and circumstance thing of funerals, like, oh, they graduated magna cum laude from blah, 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 or all that other shit. I'm not even about that. But for people to only have that you were a good friend or you were a good brother to say at the funeral, I don't know, for some reason that was sad to me, because that means that dash in between your birth and your death, what did you do with it? What did you do with it? So yeah, I kind of want to leave a little bit of a legacy. So I'm on that
Shout
mission.
out
Here's
to
the thing
lazy
for me.
nerds.
Here's the thing for me. As someone who didn't grow up around a lot of family, per se, um, because mostly because of the army or whatever. I didn't grow up in spaces where
Oh,
I had cousins in the same city as me, or we had to basically travel to go visit, to go see family, people who were related to me. So, and I think that might be why I love photographs so much. You know how I am about
mm-hmm,
photos.
mm-hmm.
I love photographs.
Look
So
at this
I got in touch.
photograph.
I
Sorry.
got in touch with my family history in that way. You know what I mean, by looking at photos and this person and that person, and learning about them in that way. And I think I've done a good enough job of leaving a photographic trail, for people. I think I'm okay with that. Not to mention, I have lots of things that I have written. So, you don't have to wonder what I was thinking about what, because I have journals that,
The whole
once I'm
podcast.
dead, go through them and see how crazy I am. Um, so, I mean, I just never really thought about, as far as the term legacy goes. I guess I feel like your legacy is like the people you leave behind that loved you. You know what I mean? And I feel like there are enough of those that I'll be remembered fondly enough that I don't really worry about that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah. What
I,
about you?
I
Along the lines of your baby daddy, I don't. I think I want to have a profound effect on certain people, the people that I love dearly, that are close to me, and I think all of them will remember me fondly. I think as far as art goes, I've never been that dude that, like, I want the world to love me, but fellow artists, like, yo, that's that dude. Like Patrice O'Neal is the comedy. Like, he was never the biggest comedian
Mhm,
while he was living, but every comedian's like, nah, that's my dude
mhm,
right there. I want to be remembered like that. Like, nah, good dude, very loving person. And I think the way my thoughts go, or the way, like, one of my nieces always tells me I speak in quotes, like, a lot of the shit I say or I'm thinking, people don't get it till way later. So I want that to be the effect.
mhm. Very good.
okay.
Put all that shit on
I'll
my
work on it.
tombstone. Don't believe anything I said in a rap song. And as has been previously stated, this podcast is 90% true.
Oh, and also when I die, throw me in a box and put me in the fire. I told my daughter, I'm like, don't you dare pay all that money for a funeral. I'm like, you better
Fuck
have like
no.
a what do you call it? I can't think of what it's called. A
A
memorial
memorial
or whatever.
service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a memorial service or whatever, and put some pictures up. I was like, you better
You know what?
not
That's how I feel about it. Like, to me, I mean, and I know
take
that
that money
there
and
are
go on a
people who
trip. Shit.
I know there are people who just
Right?
absolutely do not want to be
Cremated.
put in the flame, you know. But
Yeah, I
I
don't give a
don't.
fuck.
Yeah, once I'm dead and gone, I mean, I'm okay. I mean, I'm not coming back. I ain't using this body again. If I come back, it ain't go. I ain't go. Promise you, I ain't gonna choose this body again. So I don't care.
Lord.
Like, you know, I just want you to go with whatever the cheapest option is. I don't need my funeral to impress people. Because a lot of funerals, that's what that's about.
Yeah, funerals are for the living.
And I will say, well, I won't even go there, but let's just say that I've had an argument about a funeral before because somebody told me, well, you want it to look as nice as possible, and I'm like, it's a casket, god damn it, you know what I mean? Like, you are paying thousands of dollars to throw something under the dirt. Do you know how wild that is? The biggest scam going.
It's
Do
up
you know
there.
how wild? You know how wild that is? Thousands of that. And when I say thousands of dollars, I mean the cheapest one that I saw, I think was probably about $1,200, $1,300. And that was the cheap casket. So,
Did you say
you know
12,
what?
1300?
Easy.
Yes.
Shit.
Easy.
The one my grandmother was buried in was like freaking $3,800.
No, I said the cheapest one was that I
Oh,
saw was 12, 1300. No, don't trust me. I know how much them caskets cost. Cause shoot, I won't even tell you how much my dad's casket was, because oh, that was crazy. But yeah, it's a racket, and all they're gonna do is dig a hole and put that hole and put that 5,000,
Thousands of
six
dollars.
thousand, thousands of dollars. They're about to just put that under the ground.
yeah.
It makes no sense. But whatever. But you know, it's gonna look good at the funeral service. You know what I mean? For that however many hours for the visitation and the funeral service, they'll look good in
Use it
that.
for the funeral and throw that bitch away.
And
Recycle.
here's how I'm a conspiracy theorist. Because listen, here's how I'm a conspiracy theorist. Because I was like, how do I know that this casket that I paid for is the one you bury in? You know, well, my parent in. How do I know that
Valid
after the
question.
funeral? How do I know that after the funeral, y'all don't go pull my loved one up out of there, put it in a regular ass pine box that you've been stapled closed, and throw under the dirt, and then take that casket and go sell it to somebody? How do I know?
You don't.
See, y'all don't know either, right?
Nah.
It's a racket. That's all I'm saying. The whole thing is a racket, and I would opt out of it if I could. I don't have any control over what happens after I die. So the best I can do is just tell the people that I love that I don't care. I really don't. I mean, cremate me and then have a hell of a party.
Go on vacation. Like,
Take a few $100s and have a hell of a party. Like turn up. You know,
I told my daughter, I said, Go to some place that you heard me talk about that I never made it to, and spread my ashes in the nearest ocean and enjoy. And I won't say enjoy, but take the rest of the vacation for yourself. I'm like, don't put that kind of money in the ground. It's ridiculous. Fuck.
It is. It is. And especially, like, I think about these people who are like out here struggling, and then they lose somebody,
Mm-hmm.
Taking out a
and I'm
loan for
like,
that shit.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Or yeah, and they're begging, borrowing, and from family members just trying to get their loved one buried, and I feel so bad about that because it's crazy. It is just nuts.
Is a soap
And
opera beginning? Who is that?
I'm sorry.
Sound like I heard soap opera music.
Oh
Yeah,
no, that
someone's
was my
chiming.
phone. The Amazon trying to call me. I'll call her back.
Oh.
Speaking of vacation, the Amazon is on vacation.
Hello, the Amazon.
How is she on vacation with a cripple? Never mind. That ain't my business.
Yeah, they're all in Houston without me.
Oh.
That's okay.
Oh, I saw pictures.
Yeah,
I need to have a
that's
conversation with
okay.
that woman.
You did what
I said I need to have a conversation with her.
with the Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I tried to get you. Well, never mind. We won't
That's
even
exactly
revisit
what we
that.
need to talk about.
About. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, speaking of y'all old asses,
Y'all, really? Oldest person on this podcast?
I am not.
That ain't what your birth
Star.
certificate say.
Well, notwithstanding, we're talking about the new math, and Star is what 9 days
You
older
know
than me.
what?
Anyway,
While we on cancel culture, we're gonna have to cancel math.
no, I was adopting the new math. Anyway, um, so how old is too old to just be freaky?
Said
Now,
just
the
be
reason
freaky.
to be freaky, because now the reason I ask this is I don't get out much, but I was out, um, and I stopped in Dearborn, by the way, which we talked about earlier. Which, by the way, let me just state that in the 27 years that I've lived in this area, I've never had a problem in Dearborn, and I used to be there quite frequently.
Good for
Um,
you.
Listen, I understand that people have problems. I'm just saying I have never had one, but that's not to say that it's not problematic. I understand that. But so I was in Dearborn because I was already down there. So I stopped into a store. I won't name the store. And as
What
I
is
was
the
in there,
balance?
this old man, and now I don't mean old like us old. I mean old like our parents old. Walks up behind me and he's like,
Just cock a gun?
right. And he's like,
Ouch.
I need your number. And I was like, I turned around and I kind of looked at him like, I don't know, I don't know you. I was like, excuse me? He said, yeah, I need your number because we can do some things. And then he proceeded to rattle off some nasty shit, which I laughed about later, but at the time, I was horrified.
Play the hand you was
Not
dealt, pimping.
not because I wouldn't do those things, but he was
Ah.
like I was like,
Uh-uh.
like you're old. Like so I asked y'all, how, when does when is it time for you to chill the hell out and stop being so freaky?
Never. The fuck?
That was my answer. Shout out to Viagra, Cialis, Blue Chew, women that could take their teeth out.
Mm, mm.
All right.
Gumming, just be
I'm
gumming
easily
some shit.
excited. Chill
Yeah.
out. Anyway.
Ah. Because
We're not normal.
it occurs to me that now that we're old, that the younger people may have the same visceral reaction to our freaky.
Yeah, I don't talk to younger people. I
Well, I
think
don't
there's a
either.
point in life where you have to realize you can't back the shit you talking and shut the fuck up. But stay
Right.
within your
But I'm
range. Go for what you know.
okay. Okay.
I
So
think it's
always
safe
get
to
your
say that as we get older, we become a lot more comfortable with things we thought was nasty when we was little. I ain't mad at the
well,
old folks.
I
I ain't
will
getting the
say this
worms, but
about
I ain't
that.
mad.
I will say this about that. In recent years, I have talked to a lot of dudes who will tell me that they're freaky, and I'm like,
Don't
Is
have
it?
the
you're really
stamina
not.
to back that shit up. I'm sorry.
Well, not even that, but I'm like, what
Nah,
y'all think
freaky
of as
is
freaky? Like, I'm
perspective.
like, yeah, I'm like, that ain't freaky at all. Like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
bare
another
minimum
topic
shit.
we got to get to.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, because I'm freaky. I'm like, no, you're not. You just kind of think you are. Like somebody once told you you are, I guess, or
Freaky.
you told yourself that you are, but you're really not.
Now, there's levels. All of that comes down to what you've experienced and what you've had access to, because certain levels of freakiness you just can't find a volunteer
Well, and probably rightfully so.
easily. Hey,
um,
shout out to the
but
experimenters.
yeah, but I just think that people should be more careful about declaring themselves to be freaky.
No, I mean, for some people, like you said, they think they're freaky and they're really not. I guess it's a whole, I don't know, to each his own, like type
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
thing.
guess so.
perspective.
I
Yeah.
guess so. But if you think you're impressing me with your freakiness, and I'm like, that's some bare minimum shit. You know what I mean? Like
Talk your
that's what you
shit.
consider freaky? Like, yeah. Like, first of all, whatever happened to let me find out? You know what I mean?
Oh, the internet
Uh,
done killed that shit.
because yeah, well, normally if a dude tells me he's freaky, then I really don't want anything to do with that because I'm going to be disappointed. Like 99.9998% of the time. Yes, that's specific. I've done the math.
Mm.
Honestly, with that shit, it's like people that are about that life like that don't run around talking shit like that.
And that's my point. That's my point. If you are telling me all this stuff, then that indicates to me that you're not about it.
Yeah, and you ain't
I,
never tried it, you want to try it. And then when it happened, you be shook. Why are you choking me? Like, bitch, you said it. Anyway,
So, something is wrong with you, I swear.
listen, I've experienced some things in life. Call me what the hell you want, but if I'm feeling something, I'm going for it.
Okay.
Including choking, asphyxiation.
Well, I've
Interesting.
learned from hanging around, not necessarily asphyxiation because I'm big and black and the law is not in my favor. But
Right.
one thing I learned from hanging around a lot of old people is that they usually only regret the things they never tried. They really don't regret the things they've tried and failed. So shit, pull up, shoot your shot, fuck it.
Sure. All of
Pull
that.
up.
Yeah.
I try.
Pull up on me. I'm sorry.
Um,
You haven't seen that little
Also-
boy, I take it.
oh, no. Also, there's a distinction between gagging and choking, and we'll get into that another time.
Listen,
Yeah,
as a former
90%
asthmatic,
of
don't
gagging is
fucking
fake.
choke me. As a former asthmatic, don't fucking choke me. Not being able to
Listen.
breathe is not fun.
Not even lightly?
I'm going to
You got
lightly
PTSD.
prevent. Right, I'm going to lightly block your airway, so it's okay.
I got P- I
Yeah, you
got
can still
PTSD.
breathe.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah, no.
We're gonna get back to freak levels on a different episode because
I mean, there's
clearly
ways to block
different
my
people
airway.
draw the line at different places.
Yeah, don't fucking choke me.
Yeah, well, I mean,
PTSD.
I was about to say something that was going to. Never mind.
Just go for it. I don't know why you do stuff like that. Just go.
Because I hear it in my head before it comes out of my mouth, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's not what you want to put out into the. That's not what, right. That's not what.
That fucking defeats the
like,
purpose
like
of a
that's not what you want to
podcast.
put out in the world. So, no, the statement I was going to make was, you know, you can gag me, but don't choke me.
Okay. No, that's reasonable, understandable.
Gag me with a spoon. I'm sorry.
Well, not with
Ladle.
a spoon, but
Not with a spoon.
anyway.
Never a spoon.
Aren't we getting? Listen, this is devolving. Outro.
Oh, if you like the show, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a hoe, and if you don't, tell everybody you know. It is the Threesome Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, the Threesome Pod on Twitter. Send messages, send news, do whatever you're going to do. We'll be back next week for the muckers.
You can leave us a voicemail on our Anchor page, and that would be great. Because we do like hearing from y'all.
Yeah, tell us what's freaky. I'm interested in this one because
what do you consider
apparently
freaky?
I'm disturbed.
Who said you're disturbed?
You and not so many.
I didn't say you're disturbed. I just said don't choke me.
Yeah.
I was going to say probably too many people, but
No, I tend to find the weirdos. Appreciate y'all.
Man, I got that is my tribe. That is my tribe.
maybe that should be our question for next week. Where do you draw the freaky line?
Yeah, that's on my list. I just didn't want to do that one today.
Oh, okay. All right, we can do it another time then.
All right.
Yeah,
Bye,
I gotta go
ladies.
walk the dog.